What is up, YouTube? My name is Mama, and today I'm going to be talking about baiting. Now, this is something that is actually frowned upon by many people, but there is a difference between good baiting and bad baiting. Now, bad baiting is when you use your teammates, just to improve upon your stats, but good baiting, when you're playing as a complete team, like, a full five-man lobby, or you're actually playing with your team. So, when you use good baiting correctly, it can, give you pretty much really, really good results. So, I'm mainly going to be talking about three things. The first one is bait play, the second one is bait switch, and the third one is going to be double stacking. Now, the first one, that is bait play. Now, the main objective of bait play is to lure your enemy into your trap to, get an easy opening, or just slow them down. So, one of the finest examples I can give you right now on Mirage is that, this is actually my favorite thing to do as well. So, early on in the round, when I'm playing as a CD, I would just come in, throw a deep smoke, which is going to block off the B palace. Now I'll have my teammate come in, and he would sit on the sofa, and then I would maybe play the WAN, this spot, or maybe the window. This is actually my favorite spot as well. This is quite risky because you kind of get exposed from short if your teammate, if there's a flash or something, if there's a smoke on short and your teammate cannot spot the guy coming in on short, you can die. And it's a tough angle as well, but this is really effective. So you can have an op or maybe an assault, and once the terrorists start walking in, this guy is going to be the one who initiates the fight. So when he sees the guy, if he has an assault rifle, he might be able to get the kill, or maybe fire a few shots and just fall down, or if he has an op, maybe get that kill and fall down. Now what that is going to make the terrorist do is that once the first terrorist dies, the second one will go in to get the trade frag onto him, or maybe if there are more terrorists following him, they will go in for the trade frag, or they will just start rushing out to get the frag onto him. But the second guy who's sitting over here, his job is to once that guy initiates the fight and falls down, this is when this guy's role starts. So people will start pouring in if there's one more guy behind him to trade the frag, or maybe 2-3 people come in, and they will just start coming out. They'll look out of the window to get the frag onto him, so you can let the first guy pass if you hear more footsteps, or you can just pretty much spray him down. So that basically is bait play. Now the second one is bait switch. So the example, one of the examples is on A bomb side. Now for example, you're in a 1v2. You're playing on the terrorist side, and there's only one CD surviving, and he has to defuse the bomb as well. So, for example, you have the bomb down over here, which is the connector plant and the T-slope plant. Now, if you have the bomb down over here, and you have the information that the CD might be coming from the CD base, or, you can just go in and hide in connector and on T-slope. So, bait play is basically going to be, you have the bomb down, you hear the CD coming in, and maybe he's defusing the bomb, or maybe he's just clearing out the site. So the moment he starts defusing the bomb, this usually is the connector plant, so he might be expecting this. So you can just jiggle peek and check if it's defusing or not, or just fire a shot or something. Now the thing is, once the guy on connector initiates the fight, or maybe the guy on slope initiates the fight. So, for example, if the guy on connector is the first guy peeking and initiating the fight, so he's probably just going to fire a few shots if he's not defusing the bomb, or he's just faking. So he's going to fire a few shots, maybe one shot or two shots. And that is the time when when the guy onto T-slope wants to peek, because, the CD will obviously be looking at the guy on connector. So, he's going to fire a shot, he's going to go in, and he's going to wait for his teammate from T-slope to peek out and fire a few shots. Now what is going to happen is, once your teammate on T-slope peeks out and starts getting that fight, the CD is going to get distracted by him and is going to look there. Now once he initiates the fight, that is the time you want to wide peek and go out for the full-fledged spray. Now what is going to happen is, the CD has two angles to look out for, and they are pretty far away as well. So in most of the cases you're going to get the trade, but sometimes it's going to happen that the CD might not be able to get a single frag as well. So this is really effective. So this was bait switch. Now the third thing is actually double stacking. Now the best example would be on cache inside B connector, but I could actually give an example on Mirage as well, but I'm actually going to go inside cache. I'm quickly going to load it up, and I'll explain what double stacking is. Alright, so I'm back and I have loaded up cache as well. So, you know, I'm going to be talking about double stacking. Now, what double stacking is that, you know, you have two players, you know, it's not that literal double stacking. You have two players standing, you know, sitting or standing at the same spot. Now, the thing is, you can have one player crouching over here, or, you know, just hiding basically, and you can have one player over here taking the wide fight. Now, what is going to happen is, I actually, you know, did talk about that wide angle in my last video, the one which I made for trade fragging. So what is going to happen is, once the terrorist coming in spots that guy and gets a frag onto him, you know, one of the most basic reactions, or, you know, your instinct is going to be like, I just killed a guy over there, so there should not be another guy, because in the general cases, in the general scenario, you won't really have two guys stacking the same spot. So this is actually really effective on eco rounds when you want to do as much as economic damage to the terrorist side. Or maybe you can have this guy eco up, this guy can force up with an MP9 or something. So, you know, you can have one guy wide peeking and you can have the other guy sitting over here. So what's going to happen is, the terrorist is going to come in, is going to get the first frag onto the guy who's, you know, wide peeking, and the second guy is just going to stay there. So he's going to pass that information that I killed a guy at the JK box, and, you know, the teammates won't check it. Now all they have to worry about is, you know, the checker area and the B main area. So, you know, sometimes they do tend to Molotov this out, this one, but I usually like to Molotov that area out. So, you know, if there is someone peeking or maybe hiding at this spot, he is going to get flushed out. So, you know, general idea of double stacking is, you have one guy right there and the second guy is going to hide. The first guy is going to die. He's and the terrorist is not going to check for the second guy because he already killed a guy over there, and they are just going to, you know, check for checkers, or maybe just go out there and go for B mains, or maybe smoke it off, move inside checkers, and the guy over here can easily spray him down. So I guess I talked about all three things. The first one was bait play, the second was bait switch, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it was bait switch, and the third one was double stacking. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new as well, and if you did, please leave a like down below and please subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time.